Hey everybody, this is Loli Jane, animal communicator and energy healer from animals-speak.com and mindbodyspiritworkshops.com. And you're listening to the Loli Jane Animal Communication Podcast, the show that promises to open your mind and heart to the amazing world of animal communication, energy healing, and what I like to call interspecies therapy. Thanks for joining me. In today's episode, I'll be talking about my long absence from podcasting and what's behind all of that. First, let me tell you a little bit about myself. I'm a certified international professional animal communicator and pranic energy healer. I offer remote and in-person animal communication, whether they are alive or in spirit. I also offer pranic healing for trauma, injuries, pain, illness, disease, and behavioral and emotional issues for both humans and animals. For the humans, I can also provide spiritual guidance by channeling your angels and guides and even do a past life regression. And if you've ever wanted to become an animal communicator, I teach animal communicator training workshops and provide one-on-one mentoring. Check out my website for workshop schedules at animalsspeak.com or animals-speak.com or at mindbodyspiritworkshops.com. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the Loli Jane Animal Communication and Healing Podcast. It feels so wonderful to be sitting here again doing a podcast. First of all, I want to say thank you from the bottom of my heart. Thank you to everyone who has continued listening and who has followed this podcast and has shared the episodes and has been a large part of the journey with me. For those of you who have been with me since the beginning, you know that this podcast has always been about one thing, helping us deepen our connection with the animals in our lives. Over the years, we've talked about so many different aspects of animal communication, behavioral issues, emotions, healing, animals that have crossed over, lost animals, mirroring, and the incredible wisdom animals share with us. And although I've taken a little pause from creating new episodes, my work with animals has never stopped. The conversations continued, the lessons continued, the animals continued teaching me. And today, I'm excited to share something that has been literal years in the making, about 4 years. My new book is here. Animals Speak, Are You Listening? Transforming Your Bond Through the Power of Animal Communication. This book is very special to me, and I hope it will be for you, because it represents so much of what I've learned from the animals throughout my journey. But I want to be clear that this book is not just about learning how to communicate with animals. It's about understanding the relationship that we already have with them. Because when we open ourselves to truly connecting with our animals, something very beautiful happens. We begin to recognize that they're not just our companions who live beside us. They are individuals with their own personalities, their own emotion, their own wisdom, and their own experiences. And they often come to us in our lives as teachers. They reflect things back to us in a way that we may not always see and probably don't always see. They really, really help us grow, and they can help us open our hearts and our minds. And sometimes through our connection with them, we discover parts of ourselves that were waiting to be awakened. One of the things that I've learned over and over again in my work is that animals are incredibly, incredibly aware of us. They feel our emotions, they understand our energy, and they often know things about us when we have not even acknowledged these things ourselves. Many people ask me, can I learn to communicate with my own animal? And the answer is a resounding yes. Not because everyone communicates in the exact same way, but because the connection between humans and animals is natural. It is something that exists beneath the noise of everyday life. And realize that you too are part of the animal kingdom. So we are intimately connected. The challenge is not that our animals are not communicating with us. The challenge is that we have become disconnected from this beautiful language that they already speak. We live in a world that encourages us to stay busy, to analyze everything, and to rely on only what we can see and prove. But animals invite us into something completely different. They invite us to slow down, to be present, and to open our hearts, to reconnect with a part of ourselves that has always been there. One of the most beautiful parts of writing this book was including not only the practical aspects of animal communication, but also the larger messages that animals have shared with me about humanity. Because animals are not only concerned with our individual relationships with them, but they also have wisdom about how we relate to each other, to nature, and to the world around us. And they remind us also to have compassion. They remind us about living in the present moment. And they remind us about unconditional love. And they also remind us that we are all connected. The reason I'm so eager to share this book with you is because all the animals I've met through clients or volunteer work have ultimately shaped me. They've really, really broadened my understanding in a way I could never have comprehended. I learned so much from the animals, and I really want to share and have you benefit from all the amazing experiences that I've had with animals and with energy healing. For example, I talk to many animals that are in human care, and they shared with me amazing, profound messages for humanity, and also shared with me that they chose this incarnation to be teachers for humanity. So I cannot wait for you to read this in my book or to listen to my podcast and to share this with you. So in the upcoming episodes, I'll be sharing excerpts from the book and exploring different topics in depth. And we'll talk about some of the chapters and the experiences behind them and the lessons animals have shared with me along the way. My hope is that these episodes will feel like an extension of what we have always done here, creating a space where we can learn, grow, and deepen our relationship with the incredible animals who walk beside us. For those who feel called to explore this work more deeply, Animals Speak, Are You Listening? Is now available on Amazon in paperback, hardcover, and ebook on Kindle and Kindle Select. And in the near future, I'll be sharing in audio format on Audible. It's also going to soon be available in bookstores and libraries. It has truly, truly been a labor of love, and I'm grateful beyond words to finally share it with you. And I want to leave you with this. The animals have been speaking to us since the dawn of time. Their love, wisdom, and guidance are woven into the sacred bond that we share with them. As our companions and teachers, they invite us into a deeper understanding of ourselves, each other, and the beautiful interconnectedness of all life. Thank you for being here, and thank you for listening. And most importantly, thank you for honoring the animals who share this journey with us. Until next time, keep your heart open, keep listening, and remember, the animals are always speaking. That brings us to the end of a short but sweet episode. Book your animal communication session now and check out my upcoming workshops or classes on animal communication and mind, body, spirit. You have nothing to lose and everything to gain, as well as opening your mind, heart, and spirit to your deep connection with your beloved animals. For more information, please visit my website at animals-speak.com or animalsspeak.com or Loli Jane animalcommunication.com or mindbodyspiritworkshops.com. And please subscribe to my monthly newsletter for specials, classes, workshops, events, and the latest podcasts. You can listen to my podcast called Loli Jane, Animal Communication and Healing on Apple, iHeart, Spotify, Amazon, Audible, YouTube, Buzzsprout, etc. Join us next week, and I do mean next week because I plan on doing this more frequently again now that I am done writing the book. So join us next week for episode 44, and we're going to be doing excerpts from the book and exploring some topics a little bit more in depth. As always, love and gratitude for listening to the Loli Jane Animal Communication and Healing Podcast. This is Loli Jane. This podcast was created, produced, recorded, researched, and edited by Loli Jane and is a product of Loli Jane Animal Communication and Healing.